What's up, everyone? This is Zack Hample at Marlins Park in Miami, and I am ridiculously excited to be here today because of really some unbelievable luck that has unfolded over the last few weeks. Let me explain. Gotta throw a few numbers at you. I've been to 26 Major League games so far this season, okay? At 5 of those games, the Houston Astros have been the visiting team, and at those 5 games, I've snagged a total of 5 home run balls during the games, including yesterday at Yankee Stadium. And those are actually the only 5 home runs that I've snagged all season. So today, guess what? The Houston Astros are here, and I feel like maybe I need them to be my good luck charm. So that's my lofty goal, catching a home run tonight during the game. We'll see if luck is on my side once more. Other than that, I'm just looking forward to being here because out of every current Major League stadium, I've been to this place the least, except for SunTrust Park, which just opened last month. Been here 4 times previously, only done 1 video, so gates are opening soon. Let's head on inside. Good hands.
Thank you.
Second group of batting practice is underway. Got in early with some friends who are season ticket holders. There's a lot of locals here right now, a lot of competition. The players have been generous with toss-ups, but nothing for me yet. Just playing for a slicer right now, or maybe a toss from one of these guys. Throw? Let's throw, man. Well, I need that one. A lot of back and forth. Basically running down the left field foul line when a new group comes up and there's a lefty in the cage, because I feel like the first time through he's going to go oppo, maybe slice one into the seats. But I mean, if that's basically what you're relying on to get a ball, not very good percentages. Alright, I had a little playful banter with the players. Jose Urena hooked it up. And it feels like an accomplishment just to get one baseball out here early when everybody's confined to this one little patch of seats and there's so much competition. So on the board, I can relax a little.
Yo no sé por qué él le da la pelota para allá, bro. ¡Ay, ay, ay! ¡Batea para acá!
That's it for Marlins BP, and that was a sad display of power. Out of the other 26 games I've been to this year, I would say that this was the worst that any one team has hit. They did toss a lot of balls up, so props to them for being generous, but only 1 home run ball reached the seats. That was Ozuna, and I was up on the concourse when he hit it. Now, as for the Astros, they played a late doubleheader last night at Yankee Stadium, Mother's Day, Jeter's Day. I was there, and I texted my buddy Carlos Munoz, one of their bullpen catchers, just this afternoon to ask if they're taking BP. He said it's optional. So let's hope that at least a few guys are up there taking some cuts. Well, that was pretty funny right there toward the end of batting practice. Astros pitching coach Brent Strom came over and asked a trivia question to see who could earn a baseball. And it was, what's the capital of Bulgaria? He actually asked the same thing last night to some fans by the Astros bullpen, and I didn't actually hear what they said. I should have remembered, because I was like, oh, well, so much for that. Well, my cameraman is a geography expert. He's been all over the world. So he shouts out, Sofia. And Brent Strom is like, that's the first time anybody's gotten that right. So he flipped up a baseball, and since my cameraman's hands were full holding the camera and keeping it steady, I did him the service of catching that baseball. So I get to count that. That's my second ball of the day. But yeah, here it is. It was just a real struggle today. I was completely neutralized by this stadium. 2 baseballs total. Last year when I was here, I got 13. The difference basically is that a lot of the regulars were here today that weren't here last time. They were down in the Clevelander, that club in left field. I piled up the big numbers there. I also heard that security is cracking down on the glove trick here. So I had 3 opportunities last year, none today. And the Astros only took 2 groups of BP. The whole team didn't hit. Gaddis didn't hit, some other guys. So just not many opportunities, and it shows what a difference it can make just with a slight tweak of the circumstances. Alright, here is the concession item at Marlins Park that everybody seems to talk about. The Cuban sandwich at this stand called Taste of Miami, sort of deep in the concourse near the left field foul pole. You know, I had a few people say, oh, don't get it, it's not worth it, it's 12 bucks, but other people basically said you have to have it. I've never had it here before, so I'm looking forward. And by the way, I was in Cuba this off-season for a week with my family. I filmed a vlog, so check the description below this video. I'll throw a link there to that vlog so you can check that out. And I am starving right now. I am excited to dig into this thing. Official critique of the Cuban sandwich is that it's alright. Very filling for sure, but I wish the cheese were melted more, and I don't know, the bread could be a little softer. Anyway, I'm up here in the second deck in basically dead center field, overlooking this famous home run sculpture in the background. Probably the most well-known, iconic feature in this stadium. The owner of the Marlins, Jeffrey Loria, is an art dealer, so he commissioned a famous artist named Red Grooms to build this thing. It's 75 feet tall, it cost $2.5 million, there's all these moving parts, little marlins jump out of the water, it lights up, all that stuff. So, love it or hate it, it's definitely unique, so I give the Marlins credit for that. 15 minutes till game time, and man, there is like nobody here. Underway, bottom of the second inning, no score, and I'm out here in my favorite spot in Marlins Park, the Clevelander, that's what it's called, the club in left field. Music is thumping, a lot of distractions, lots of stuff to look at, so I'm gonna make sure that I keep my focus this way. You know, it's tempting to go for foul balls because there's so many empty seats behind home plate. Giancarlo was just up, hit a foul ball exactly to the spot where I would have been. I mean, like 100% guarantee I would have had it, but I just can't resist the temptation to be out here and go for a home run. The Astros, really friendly team. I know a bunch of those guys. Their bullpen is just on the other side of the glass. Maybe I'll show you guys a look at that later. And I feel like if a home run lands in there, I might get it tossed over. So, you know, I think these teams were saving it for the game. That's my theory. There's going to be some action. Scoreless here in the bottom of the 5th inning, and just now in the top of the frame, the Astros managed to get their first hit of the night, so not exactly ideal circumstances for catching home runs, right? If we can do a little 180 here, flip around, I want to show everyone what's on the other side of basically the far end of the Clevelander. You can see the visitors' bullpen through this tinted window. Everybody's screaming, but base hit to center. It's a nice look at seeing the relievers. They're really focused on the game right now, but just an interesting setup, part of the whole Clevelander experience. Big turn of events, just out in left center field, in my favorite spot, and I told my cameraman, get ready, man, bases loaded, Yuli Gurriel, and the dude hit a home run, grand slam, but he hooked it down the line, so it landed in the bullpen. I ran over here, not really expecting the ball, but I just kind of wanted to see what happened with it. It's Yuli's 6th career home run, so we'll assume it's his first Grand Slam. So of course they're going to keep that ball for him. But they were kind of taunting me like, oh, you want this? Anyway, heading to the bottom of the 6th inning right now. Astros are on top 4-1. And just like that, the game is over. Astros won it 7-2. There were 3 home runs tonight. Justin Bour absolutely crushed one to right center. Then Yuli Gurriel hit a grand slam about, I don't know, 75 feet to my right. And in the 9th inning, Jose Altuve hit one, a high fly ball, probably about 70 feet to my left, which hit the home run sculpture. So if they, if one guy swung a little sooner and one guy swung a little later, those balls would have lined up with me. That's just how it goes. So I guess my magic streak of catching home runs with the Astros is over, but I will be back tomorrow, and I might be back out here in the Clevelander going for it again. The Clevelander, it's fun and it's crazy and it's annoying. It's like all these things all at once. It's kind of hard to connect to the game because it's so loud, easy to lose focus, so you really got to pay attention. I only got 2 baseballs today. That's kind of embarrassing. I think that might be my lowest total of the year, but it happens sometimes. Not every game can be double digits, So the 2 today bring my lifetime total to 9,652. And like I said, one more day in Miami. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you then.